Farah for MMA Junkie, and I'm joined by one half of the June 13 main event, Jessica I, who takes on Cynthia Calvillo. Jessica, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Hot as crap in Las Vegas, but no complaints on my end.
And gyms are back open. We were just talking about that briefly. What's it like? It seems like a full room.
Yeah, I mean everybody's definitely ready to start training again. Obviously, like we're all kind of stir crazy, but everybody's in like their little clan throughout the gym.
Cool, cool. And your main event just got announced. How did this come about? Was it kind of was Cynthia Calvillo as an opponent always on your radar, and did the main event part come at the end, come together at the end, or is this something that you've known about for quite a bit?
No, it was literally a last minute phone call. I'm actually already scheduled to do a submission underground in late June. So I've already been training to, just stay active. Obviously, like the job is always to be the champ. It's like always the end goal. And obviously, any fight that I can get in before that, any main event, any high level fight that I can get in for experience before I fight again for, it's gonna just make me better. So when Mick called and asked if I wanted an opportunity, I took it. I've been utilizing this entire time training. Thankful for like zebra mats. They sent me a bunch of mats and stuff like that. So I've been nonstop.
Oh, awesome! You said you've got a submission. Is this for a submission underground?
Yeah, submission underground the week after this fight. So, and I had asked Mick before he offered me this main event. I was like, "Hey, do you have anything, in June you want me for?" And he was like, "No, I don't have anything." And then I scheduled the submission underground, and then this came about. So, I mean, you don't turn down main events. Not when you're in shape and you're healthy.
And the plan is to do both still now that you got the fight.
Oh yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I? I'm like truly inspired by like some of these other athletes. I mean, most of all, like college wrestlers, dude. They got a chance to spend time with them, but these guys, compete at a high level every weekend and back to back to back to back. Like, I'm not gonna not compete in a grappling match that is, a 5 minute round.
Cool. And let's talk about the fight. Cynthia Calvillo, she's making her flyweight debut. Was she on your radar at all? I know she alluded to move up to 125 pounds, but did you expect that matchup when they came to you with her?
Nobody's ever really like truly in my radar. Like, I'm never like, hey, I want this particular person. But if you step in my eyesight, like, and you're in my eye lane, and like you're in front of my happiness, my life, how I make my money, how I feed myself, like, it just doesn't kind of matter. I never go looking for trouble. I never go look for fights, but I'll rise to any occasion.
And there's a little bit of criticism towards this fight being the main event. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Do you like brush it off? You don't care what they say? Does it fuel you? Does it motivate you? Does it piss you off? Well, what's your reaction to the comments that people have been saying?
I mean, I had no idea people didn't like the main event. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I love it and it's making my life better. So, I worry about myself. It's just kind of how I am, and it doesn't matter what they think anyway. So, I'm still going to fight in the main event whether or not somebody gets pissed off on Twitter. So, I mean, have at it, people. Changes nothing.
And the fact that you found out about this main event, like kind of on short notice, does the fact that it's a 25-minute fight, does that change anything? Or like you said, you've been in the gym training?
No, my entire house was set up into a home gym. I mean, I bought a real sauna. Like, I have real mats. I have wall mats. I have incredible training partners that are around and quarantine themselves with me this entire time because obviously the fights are never ending. Until I retire, I'm always gonna stay training. I'm always gonna be trying to look to do better. I'm always gonna be on top of it. So I created a great little system for myself and it's worked out really great and I'm pumped. I'm right on track for a better weight cut than I've ever had. And obviously I have to make a statement for myself in this, considering there won't be any fans, this fight will 100% be for me.
Cool. And let's talk about the matchup itself. Cynthia Calvillo, what do you make of her? She is making her flyweight debut. Have you watched her previous fights before? Are you familiar with her game and stuff?
Yeah, Cynthia actually DM'd me recently and was just like, I mean, it was normal conversation. Like, I don't have to hate a girl to fight her. Like, my job choice. I like to do this stuff for fun, so I don't have to hate you to do that. So Cynthia, I've always seen her fight. She seems like a dope chick. You know what I mean? Like I know she's a scrapper. She's missed weight, tested positive for marijuana. I've missed weight, tested positive for marijuana. So, I mean, I guess there's some similarities in both of us. We both want to scrap. So, I guess that's why they think that this is a great main event. So, I mean, that's what we're both going to do. I know that I'm going there. Like, I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm sick of quarantine. I'm sick of training in my garage. I need some like I need some like physical interaction with like somebody new besides my people. So this will be my first chance at laying leather on somebody's face.
Your last fight, it was a big win because obviously you're coming off of that loss in the title fight, and you're no stranger to kind of having your back against the wall, right? Like you've been on those 2, 3 fight losing skids, and you bounce back, come up big when your back's against the wall. So did you draw from that experience coming off of the loss in the title fight that maybe if you had lost your next fight, that you would have kind of
100%. Yes. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah,
no.
100%. My entire team is feeding off of it. You know what I mean? Like we took that loss hard. You know what I mean? My friends took that loss hard. People that weren't there for like who weren't there, like feel obligated to be there for me. Like we all are working towards being better. So like yes, yes, on so many levels, and especially missing weight. Like we feel like we didn't get to have all 10 toes on the ground, right? Like we missed weight, but we won the fight, right? Like we made weight, but we got knocked out. So like it's time to get all the feet on the ground. Like I'm with just a great group of people, and like it's just time. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing else to do besides fight and have a great time.
And Valentina Shevchenko is scheduled to fight Joanne Calderwood. The date kind of changed a little, but they're still haven't like finalized it. But how do you see that fight playing out?
I don't know, dude, because I saw JoJo in the gym, dude, and we trained like this morning. We were both training at the PI, and like here she is, like doing her strength training, and I'm doing my cardio stuff right there. To be honest, like I'm proud of JoJo. You could see the fire in her eye. I mean, we're both racing to take showers to get out of the bathroom in time. You know what I mean? Like she's competitive, I'm competitive. It's for all the right reasons. I think that that's where you'll see some really cool fights, especially with the women. I think that that's a better way for us to be. So I don't really know. I anything can happen in fighting, but I'd like to see JoJo win that, me get to fight JoJo, win the belt, and then me get to beat Valentina while I hold that belt. I mean, it's not a bad story ending.
Yeah, you went to my next question. I was gonna ask you, where do you feel like a win over Cynthia would put you? Because you are, I think, if I'm not mistaken, ranked number one in the flyweight division, one or two.
I don't, I really don't know what the narrative is outside of like, I know that Cynthia beat JoJo with a unanimous decision. So I can kind of see somewhere where they're going with that. But all winning does this next fight is just, it gives me the ego boost I need. It gives me more ability just to be more confident in the things that I'm doing and all the things I knew I'm doing right. And obviously, I mean, people are gonna hate and have their opinion. I don't live my life that way. If I cared what other people thought and what that was gonna do for me, like that would drive me nuts. But I know where I stand with the UFC. I know where I stand with the matchmakers. I know where I stand in my training, and until I get back in front of the title, I'll just keep fighting anybody they give me.
Now that the gym is back open and more people have come in, who are some of the people you've been working with now?
I've been working really with the same people. I've had one of my amateurs, Ali, who's been great with me. That's from Extreme. My head wrestling partner and like basically my coach for many years, and in that way is making the move to Las Vegas, and he's here right now. But really just been getting to train with like my most closest friends, but more intimately. Like the world slowed down. I did a lot of training at home, so like 1 hour at the gym before trying to rush home, we would spend 3 hours in the gym just hanging out and doing stuff. So I don't have any like crazy names to give you. You know what I mean? Like I can't be like I was working with Mike Tyson on body shots. I was working with the same old folks that just keep making me better. I'm just learning how to be a better athlete for them.
Absolutely. And are you happy that the fight's in Las Vegas? No travel or anything like that, especially in these times?
Listen, I hope I never have to fight out of Vegas again. I'll just be their Vegas fighter. I'll be like, I'm the home team, home turf.
Well, that
I mean,
could
I
work
did go
out.
out of the country. I went out of the country twice for him, though. I went to Singapore and Canada, so I deserve a couple home base fights.
At Mexico City as well, no?
Well, yeah, but I mean back to back. I did Singapore
Oh,
and
back.
Canada
Okay,
back to
okay.
back
Got
for
you.
him.
Yeah, yeah, got you. Well, I'm gonna leave you with one last question. I appreciate your time. How do you envision the fight with Cynthia going down? Do you have kind of a prediction or a way you see it playing out?
On terrible predictions, but man, I feel really fucking strong and I feel really healthy. I just feel like I'm firing on all cylinders. So I mean, I wouldn't jump in the way of a moving car.
All right, let's go. I really appreciate you taking the time. Glad to see your gym's back open and everybody's training, and the UFC's back with events. A lot of events in Las Vegas, so I think your wish of competing in Las Vegas for now is going to happen. So I appreciate you taking the time, and best of luck on the 13th.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. We'll talk soon.